All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Echad, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, and great millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, edifying to the Lord's elect. I was watching some videos online, and I stumbled across Elon Musk. He got a, let me just show, he got a restaurant, I guess he's calling it. And, this is kind of like what the future is, man. You know, um, Tesla diners, you pull in, park your car. You got charging stations here. You got solar panel charging stations in the back. You might go in there, grab a burger, scan your right hand on your forehead at the door to get you a steak and cheese or something. Who knows? Get you some lab grown meat. You know, and who knows? Who knows? It's already created clearly, but in the future, in order to get into a building like this, you're gonna need some form of digital identification, and you might have to give up your biometrics to get up in there, man. To go get you a burger and fries with a Coca-Cola, you might have to scan your retina. This is the type of future we're going into, and then the men of the Lord, you ain't gonna have that chip. You know, I'm talking during the time before it even gets like mandatory, but they're telling people everyone needs to have it because of whatever reason. He gonna whip up by that time, and you might just be walking around, man. Who knows? All type of civil unrest, man, and you probably can't even be poor in some of these areas, man. You might get arrested for not having a chip. Okay, he might send you to Alcatraz, man. So you're not even gonna want to be seen in that time, man. I don't know what the future holds. I just know when it gets mandatory, I'm not trying to get that. But these are the thoughts that pass through your head. What kind of world we gonna be living in the near future? Okay, because I have no. I don't even want to own a Tesla. Not to say if you have one, you're wicked. It's just that. It's just. I'm not paying all that money for that. You know. I'm storing up my riches in heaven. I'm trying to get right with the Lord, man. Because the times that's coming, what the hell are you gonna do, man? What the hell are you gonna do? And look at the type of people that are gonna go here. Everyone wants to be in with the end. This is what the end looks like. You go in here to get the same shit you always used to get without all this shit. And imagine that you had to go through and most of let me finish my sentence, some type of, some super crazy surgery that Musk killed probably, he had some, I don't know how many monkeys he actually killed. But yeah, he killed a lot of monkeys, man. And here it is, you getting the monkey brain interface so you can go get a burger and fries. You're a damn beast, man. Okay. And who knows? At that time, they probably be calling us some term that they gonna have for us. Somebody that's not like in the system. He ain't got the MOTB. They gonna be looking down at you like something wrong with you. You didn't want to get the chip. It's only a 15-minute surgery. You know, you'll sleep, and then they'll even give you a free burger at the end of it. Like that's the type. That's how carnal it's gonna get, man. These people are gonna be super carnal, man. Super carnal. Just so you can open a door. Apartments, you gotta scan your right hand to open your door. Your locks are gonna be digital. You gotta give your biometrics to get in your house. No one's gonna help you out because it's all digital. And then if they do go spend or go give you some food, they're probably gonna um, uh, something about your, their social credit score might be affected by that. So, I'm just throwing some things out there. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't say. It said there's gonna be civil unrest. So, it's gonna be a crazy time. But yeah, this is what it looks like, man. The Tesla diner. Of course, there's some more. I saw that one. This is on Elon Musk. His 228.8. Yeah, this is his Twitter or his X account. Another video. I think I can share this.
Pump, and we're getting done here at the Tesla Diner, West Hollywood, California. This place is amazing. Upstairs, you got all these kind of tables, overlooked to see all the charging stations, see all the screens. You've got swag to buy, food to buy. They're going to have 24-hour food, they said, and Monday is the opening of this. So you should be able to come here as a public on Monday. Food 24 hours. They had a great menu: burgers, salads, sandwiches. They had desserts. They had everything. It was really amazing. You got a cool view of the Hollywood sign here, and you got these two great screens. You should be able to order from your car for the food, and they might even bring it out to you on roller skates. So that could be a little car hop thing. Could be very cool. All right. Thank you again for Tesla, for supporting the first responders, and always at the pump.
Supporting the first responders. So this is what you burnt LA down? This is what they set up after the fact? That's crazy. I'm about to look this up, man. We love LA first responders. That's fucking demonic, man. These people, man. I'm telling you. Esau, eat 'em.
All right.
Esau, eat 'em, man. Take them damn glasses off, you damn devil. I want to
Will from F the Pump.
I'm gonna see if I can find out where this is located. I know it's in LA, but remember the fires and all of that. Where is Tesla Diner located? Tesla Diner is a supercharging station, West Hollywood. Diner and drive-in theater located in West Hollywood, California. It is open 24/7 and offers visitors a classic American diner experience with a retro, futuristic twist. Tesla Diner is located at 701 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 938. Okay. Yeah, man. What's this? What's this?
Traveling solo doesn't mean being disconnected.
That's why I use.
How about this? Elon Musk describes the place as Greece meets the Jetsons, mixing retro vibes with modern tech.
Yeah, Tesla has opened its first diner and drive-in theater in Hollywood. This is a live picture from the ground. You can see you got the Teslas there, you got your Cybertruck, you got your big screen. There are two of them. This is on Santa Monica Boulevard, just off of Orange Drive. The diner officially opened at 4:20, with Musk calling it an island of good food, good vibes, and entertainment.
The new two-story Tesla Diner has 32 Supercharger stalls, rooftop seating, car hop service, and the films. They're short films. They play while you charge, and Tesla drivers get extras like in-car ordering and movie audio sync. The menu, classic American comfort food led by celebrity chef Eric Greenspan.
I'm a big Tesla and Elon fan and also a big Tesla investor, and I'd heard about this upcoming opening. It seems like a very futuristic place, and I heard the food's pretty good too, so why not?
I wanted to see the robots like Optimus. We think they're cool.
Construction started in 2023. Musk says...
Look at this sign over here. Hold on, I gotta get this sign. I want to see what she put. Elon Musk, save America from evil Trump and his puppets.
Construction started in 2023. Musk says more locations could pop up if this one does well.
That's a great concept. I think it's very cool.
It seems like a...
America wants it, man. You know, he's starting his own political party. This place is done, man. This place is over. I'm curious to see if Santa Monica in the forest fires in LA. Thankfully, Santa Monica did not sustain any direct wildfire damage from the January 2025 Palisades fire. While Santa Monica beaches have been open for swimming and surfing for months, experts said Monday the water in its breaches may still... Nah, I'm looking for... So it says that thankfully Santa Monica did not sustain any direct damage. But they're in wildfire risk zones. I'm just looking it up. Wildfires are spontaneous, unpredictable, and dangerous hazards that cause devastation to California lives, property, and community. Well, guess what? Maybe he said he's going to make more if this is successful. So I wonder what other stuff is going to be happening, man. Because this seems like it just came out of nowhere. You know, you just hearing about it. I'm just hearing about it like I was watching this last night, but this week I never heard of no Tesla diners coming up. You know. So that was overnight for me. You know. Shalak. What's this? Elon, there's an energy horizon that neither industry nor academia has truly reached. Though a few of us are already brushing its edge with our fingertips, the supercapacitors you know are just prehistory. We're exploring architectures where energy density and charge speed. I'm not reading all of that. What the hell is this, man? I'm telling you, man, Esau be making some crazy stuff, man. I don't know if that's it. That's pretty much it. Let me, I don't even know what scripture to grab on that. So I'm just gonna go to Revelation 13. Pretty much sums it up, man. Okay. Revelation 13:5. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So, you know, this is twofold. It's talking about the Roman times too. But this applies to now, okay, where you're going to be faced with worshiping this system in order to eat and all these things. You're going to need that chip, which is going to get into. But the beast is NATO and the EU. But it's also this system, okay? The image of the beast, which the image is going into the system, okay? Everything that, you know, you rely and depend upon is the system. You need it to work in order for you to eat, shelter yourself, you know, clothe yourself. The system needs to be up and running. But it's talking about ancient Rome. And through the Treaty of Rome, it was reestablished, which is talking about America, okay? So, but it's also a twofold scripture, because if you don't give, let me read that again, Salakia. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So this is Esau giving life to the Roman Empire. This is what you're witnessing, okay? Not the futuristic of it, but you know, the customs, the culture, the laws. You know, this ain't talking about the image of the beast. Not talking about Caesar Borgia is what I'm trying to say. You know, the Senate, the how can I put it? the Senate, the way it's set up, the way the government's set up, it goes back to Rome. It's like a replica of ancient Rome. He set that up. And he could have established America and made it anything, but he made it as if this is Rome again. He gave life unto it by doing it this way. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. I'm curious to see what AI says about this. The first to the second beast described as having 2 horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon, being granted power to give breath to the image of the first beast. This allows the image to speak, compels those who refuse to worship it to be killed. This verse is part of a larger passage in Revelation 13, describing the actions of the second beast, which include performing miracles, deceiving people, and requiring the mark of the beast for buying and selling. So that's why I'm bringing this out, because now this image is turning into something. You still worship the things that, the first beast, but he's making this look like it's more desired, He's making it look like it's more desired when it's not, man. You want this, Wow, just we can all live in paradise, You can watch movies pull up and just watch a movie, Like, who gives a fuck about that, man? You gotta have your priorities in order.
We're getting done here.
Just like we were watching in the news station. You gotta have this is why you're gonna want to get the chip. Everyone's gonna be there, more people than not are gonna have this chip. When we were going into that news article, I think I dropped it. I definitely dropped it. I can't remember where I put it. When you go into the news article, it was showing you how, they Slovakia all over the place. They were loving it, man. Oh, I got Tesla stocks. You might have, some of y'all might got Bitcoin and Dogecoin. So it's gonna look cool, especially the kids. Oh, I got Doge, I can go spend my Doge money. That's what y'all gonna be doing. Spending your Doge coins on synthetic meat and looking down on everybody. That's the article. But I wanted to see what else I can get this. I'm all over the place. Revelation 13:15. Did I drop it? Okay. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And you're going to need that mark. You're going to make it look like it's desirable to have that. Okay. So another thing I wanted to say about Revelation 13:15. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So it's not always necessarily, because he's going to come down with great wrath. A lot of y'all are going to die. But even before that, there's other forms of death. Being cast aside from society is a form of death. And I want to grab that. Take a man's wages killeth him. Something like that. I forgot where that is. It's in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 34:22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. So he's defrauding you of your hire by taking away your way to make a living, by putting AI robots and shit like that, taking away your jobs. That's a form of death. Now you can't provide for yourself. Okay, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. Let's look this up. Let's look this up. Let's see what let's see if they can explain it better than I could. Ecclesiasticus 34:22. The verse condemns the act of depriving someone of their livelihood or cheating them out of wages, equating these actions with murder. It emphasizes that taking away a person's means of living, whether through theft or unjust withholding of wages, is a grave offense akin to taking a life. So it's the same thing by him taking away your jobs, your ability to provide for yourself. It's the same way by giving you a digital currency and stopping you from having access to your wealth. It's the same way. So if you don't worship the beast, you don't want to take his device, you're going to be cut off. And they're already trying to do that now. So you might have digital currencies now, without the MOTB, and you're able to buy and sell. But this is what this is saying. You're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have that mark, okay? That as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So they're not going to have any remorse for you. But I'm saying before it gets to the time of you just utterly getting put to death, man, good luck finding a job, because you ain't going to have no job. You're not going to be able to pay your bills. You got to worship the beast, man. Okay? And I hope you prepare for that. Some brothers, they're doing things to try to circumvent it. No, you're going to go through the fire, man. I don't know how else to put it, man. People are investing in shit, and man, I don't want that type of mindset, man. I could see if you investing in water, hey, that'll make more sense to me than you actually going to try to put your money in a system that's going to fail. Okay? And he causeth all, Revelation 13:16, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, meaning everybody, man. The rich, the poor, the small, the great. Okay? Let's look at this word small. Let's look at this word great, rich, poor, free, bond. Let's look at these words, man. This is the time. And he called. Let's look at causeth. Okay? Let's look at causeth. Okay? Constitute or appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain. Let's see. What's the best one? Shoot forth, to make a thing out of something, with the names of things made, produce, construct, form, fashion, constitute, or appoint one anything. Let's look at this word constitute. Constitute, be a part of a whole, give legal or constitutional form to an established by law. Okay? That's what he's going to do. He's going to establish by law this MOTB. He's going to constitute it. Okay? That's what he does. To put forth, to lead him out, to make one do something. Okay? So he going to cause you to take this MOTB, because you're going to want to eat. You worship the beast. The Lord said he going to feed you and do all these things. You're not trusting him. Let's look at this word all. Okay? Individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything. Okay? It's already, the chip's already in your cats and your dogs, man. Okay? The chip's already in the beast. Now, is he going to put it in all the birds and everything? If this devil had enough time, he would. He would, man. I mean, all life, there's a scripture that tells you, man, everything would be, let me get that. Everything would be destroyed if this devil had the ability to rule longer past his appointed time. We'd all be dead. We'd all be dead. He'd kill himself, because that's the devil, man. He'd kill himself. This is why would I, you don't want to die with this devil. He's going to kill himself anyway. Turning everybody into a damn, Transformer. He's through, man. So y'all already primed and ready to take this chip. Matthew 24, I think it's 42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour the Lord doth come. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those days shall be shortened. I can't. Let me see. I know it's somewhere over here. Oh man, I can't find it. Actually, let's Control F this. Shortened. No matches. Yes, Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Matthew 24 and 22. So what that's saying is, if he didn't shorten the days, man, no flesh would be saved. Not just the elect, nobody. Okay? Nobody, man, because he would eventually just destroy just everything. That's who he is, man. The son of perdition, destruction. He can't bring forth life. He is as death. Okay. So what else? We looked at all, which is everyone, both small, micros, it says. Okay. Small, little, of rank or influence. Okay. So you might not have a high ranking in this world or being very influential. Like you might be an average Joe. You're going to be taking this device, man. Okay. And great. Okay. Let's look at this word great. Okay. Predicated of rank as belonging to. Virtue, eminent for ability, virtue, authority, power. You might not, someone that has is doing very well in this society. Things esteemed highly for their importance, like doctors, lawyers, presidents, any form of, even Musk, he's going to be taking it. Of great moment, of great weight, importance, military, a thing to be highly esteemed for its excellence. Okay, prepared on a grand scale, stately, great things. Anything that someone that's, let me see this last one. It says, of things which overstep the province of a created being, proud, presumptuous things, full of arrogance, derogatory to the majesty of God. Just great meaning as people, man. Average Joe to somebody even lower than an average Joe, someone smaller than the average Joe, even the poor will have a chance to participate in the system that's going to destroy them. Because he doesn't know who the elect is. It's ultimately to try to get all the elect underneath his thumb. To say, look, I own these people. They don't want you, Lord. Let's look at this word. That's poor. So small and great. Rich. Let's look at rich. I mean, rich is rich. But let's get this in the Greek. It's loading. Wealthy, abounding in material resources. Okay. It says metaphor, abounding, abundantly supplied, abounding, rich in Christian virtues and eternal possessions. So it sounds like, yeah, you might be rich in faith too. You're going to be tried. Okay, but mostly wealthy, abounding. Okay, so small and great is going to your rank and your, I think it said rank in some form of how excellent, I think great said. But mostly your rank, how, what, your status in this world. Okay, rich and poor. Let's look at this word poor. Poor, reduced to beggary, begging, asking alms, destitute of wealth, influence, position, honor. So same thing. It's trying to embody everybody. Okay? Probably the only one that's not going to be taking it are the rich elite who are going to have who have that form of influence. They're the one who's influencing you to take it. Helpless, powerless to accomplish an end, poor, needy. Ultimately, you Israelites, that's y'all mostly considered poor, but this is talking about everybody. Lacking in anything as respects their spirit, destitute of wealth, of learning, in intellectual culture which the schools afford. Men of this class most readily give themselves up to Hamashiach's teaching and prove themselves fitted to lay hold of the heavenly treasure. And hey, that's what I'm saying. Ultimately, the poor is described as the Israelites. They're poor, but they're rich in faith. They're poor in this world, but they're rich in faith. But this poor applies to everybody that's poor. Let's look at this word free. It says, freeborn in a civil sense, one who is not a slave. Now, I don't know who's not a slave. Well, if you were so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you a slave, man. Of one who ceases to be a slave, freed, manumitted. I never seen this word before. Manumitted. Let me hear it in the
manumit.
Hold on.
Manumit.
Manumit. Released from slavery, set free. Free, exempt, unrestrained, not bound by an obligation in an ethical sense, free from the yoke of the Mosaic law. Okay, so hold on, let me just double check. Make sure everything is good, because my devices be switching up sometimes. Anything in the lexicon? Freeborn in a civil sense, one who is not a slave. Okay. So, I'm trying to think. One who is not a slave. If you tributary, I'm saying one who is not a slave, you're going to be taking it too. Whoever it is, it's embodying everyone. I don't have an example of one who is not a slave because I'm a slave, man. Okay? I'm a slave to the so-called white man. All right? I know it sounds crazy to admit it, but it's crazy not to admit it. You got to admit it, man. Baruch 3:8. Let me grab it. Let's grab it. Scripturally, biblically, slavery. That's what you are. I'm not saying it because, I go to work every day and I struggle to pay my bills. Nah. It's biblical. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, according to Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our father, which departed from the Lord. So, we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay, meaning you're still a slave. Israelites. Baruch is reminding you of that. Free and bond. So here's someone that's free, someone that's bond, a slave, bondman, man of servile condition. A slave, metaphor, one who gives himself up to another's will. Those whose service is used by Hamashiach in extending and advancing his cause among men, devoted to another to the disregard of one's own interest, a servant, attendant. Okay. That's what it says, a bondman. But I would think a bondman's a slave, man, a servant. And so I'm trying to think of someone who's outside of serving this damn devil. Maybe if you're I don't know. But I know it's talking about everybody. But I'm trying to think of an example of someone who would be considered free and someone who would be considered in bondage. Because the same free and bond. Both of you going to take this chip. He causeth all. Free or bond to receive. Let's look at this word receive. To give something to someone. To bestow a gift of one's own accord, to give one something to his advantage. Okay, so you're going to receive it with open arms. Yeah, I'll take that. Until he makes it mandatory. Sort of like the jab shot, man. Of one's own accord, it says. To receive. Okay. To give over to one's care and trust, commit. Something to be administered. It says to give what is due or obligatory to pay, wages or reward. And I can see Jake, oh, listen, we want to give you, we're going to make sure you get, we're all going to start off good. We're going to make sure you get your 40 acres and a mule. You'll have enough to make all this money. And a lot of Jakes are going to take it. A lot of Jakes are going to take it, man. And you know what? The Lord might just make him put you to death right after you take it. Have some type of ill reaction to it and die. To cause profuse, give forth from oneself, to give, hand out lots. To cause to come forth as the sea, death and hell are said to give up the dead who have been engulfed or received by them. To give one to someone as his own. To give one to someone as his own. This is what you're going to receive it, man. To give one to someone as his own. I wish I can elaborate on this, man. Let me see. I'm going to search and see what it says. AI saying several phrases and terms can be used to describe the act of giving something to someone as their own, depending on the context. Give, the most basic and general. Bestow, to present as a gift, to confer upon, to give money or goods for a good cause or to a charity. That's pretty much what he's gonna do with this thing. Let me see what it. All right. Can't get the meaning. Legal terms for property transfer. That's exactly what it is. Property transfer. You're going from Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai's, over to Esau, Edom. Devise a gift or real property made through a will to leave property to a person or another beneficiary by a will. Quit claim deed, a deed that transfers whatever interest the grantor, giver has in the property without any guarantees about the title's validity or whether there are any liens or encumbrances, often used for transfers between family members or to clear up title issues. Ooh, that's what he's doing, man. He's clearing up title issues with the Most High as an object of his saving care, to give one to someone to follow him as a leader and master. That's exactly what it is, man. This is what this ship is. To give one to someone to care for his interests. He's caring for your interests by feeding you, allowing you to participate in this system. To give one to someone to whom he already belonged, to return. Yeah, you're supposed to belong to the Lord, but hey, some of y'all, John 4, John 8 and 44, something like that. You are your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Let's grab that. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So ye are of your father the devil. So that's why you would take it. All right? Going back, you returning to your daddy. To grant or permit one to commission. Okay? So that's you receiving. Okay. Receive a mark, which is the charagma. Okay, the charagma. What does it say? A stamp, an imprinted mark. You go into the root word. Charax goes into a palisade, okay, or a rampart, which is the tool that's going to be used to implement it into your forehead or your right hand. Okay, and then if you go in, it goes into grapho, showing you to write with reference to the form of the letters, okay, which is talking about the codes, the blockchain technology that has all your information. It says to write to one, i.e. by writing in a written epistle to give information, directions, and it's giving you information, directions to your biometrics and things of that nature. To draw up in writing, compose, to write with reference to the contents of the writing. To delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. To write with reference, I said that. To express in written characters. This is talking about the MOTB, man. Your digital ID that's in that MOTB. Okay. So charagma, charax, grapho. What else could that be talking about? That's the mark. In, let's look at this word, in, okay? Upon, on, at, by, before, of position, on, at, over, against, across, against. Okay. Superimport time, place. Yeah, place. He's putting it inside your head or your forehead, man. As relation to distribution of rest with the dative case, it says charge of toward with, yeah, it's basically it's going inside you, man. I don't know, of position in your right hand or in your forehead. Okay, in there. Let's just look it up there. He, she, it, himself, herself, themselves, itself. You can't, the same. It's all the same, man. You know, you can't, whether you are he, she, it, himself, them, they. All of you are taking this, man. All of you. Okay? Can't hide it. All right, let me go back. In their foreheads. Let's look at this word, foreheads. The space between the eyes, the forehead, it's your brain, man. Your pineal gland. Between the eyes, the forehead, man. What's between your eyes, inside of your forehead? Your brain, man. Any root words? Let's... With, after, behind your forehead, behind, between your eyes. So, I mean, how do you get around that, man? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe the Lord wanted me to do this video to show you how silly. Oh, did I look at the right hand? See a mark in there. I didn't look at right hand. I went straight to forehead. In their right hand. Dexios. The right hand. Metaphor. A place of honor or authority. Yeah, your right hand, which is a symbolic, because the right hand is Yahweh Shai, of the Most High. Predominantly your strong hand. That's where he wants to put it. But he can put it in anywhere. Dexios. Okay? The right side or feminine hand as that which usually takes right hand side. I forgot what it's called when you dexios, dex. Two-handed, something like that. I forgot the word. Dexit. ambidextrous, something like that. Ambidextrous. It literally got dextrous in it. The word for someone who can use both hands with equal skill is ambidextrous, this term. So what does dextrous mean? The word you're likely looking for is dexterous, not dexterous. Dexterous means skillful. Or ambidextrous. That's the word I was looking for. But I think the ambi makes it both hands. Ambidextrous of a person able to use the right hand and left hands equally well. Ambi and dexter, ambidextrous, both sides. But dextrose, that's what it says in the Greek. And it's going into your right hand. And he's going to try to put it in your right hand. But for whatever reason, he'll put it in your left. But you're not going to be, shit, he can put it in your somewhere else. It doesn't matter. You are going, if you have it inside of your body, you're done. Okay. And I went in the foreheads already. Okay. Revelation 13:7, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you can't buy or sell, man. Okay? You're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark, man. That's the system that we're getting into. And this is a figment of that thing where you can just imagine everybody, especially in Hollywood, man, they're the most carnal. I would think. I don't know. I don't know. Very materialistic. All the rich people. Money is like abundant. Hollywood is Hollywood, man. Hollywood is Hollywood, man. That's where all the money is. All right. So that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which is makes you a universal product code. Okay. Here's wisdom: let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And I'm gonna end it right there. But that's the devil. That's Esau. 666. The number is 6, 666. That's 666, which is going to be in the universal product code that's going to be graphoed into the MOTB that's going to be inside of your right hand or in your forehead. You know what? And I wouldn't even be surprised if some of you get both. So you can have some form of even more money. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know why you would put something like that, have some brain operation, but that's how the Lord ordained it to be. And you can clearly see you were willing to take the jab shot with no problem. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you take this MOTB with no problem. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Shalom.